Bill Still. So somebody asked about Bill Still. Probably most of you don't know who he is. This is a clown who was making the circuits 10 years ago, and before that, when the whole Federal Reserve conspiracy nonsense, I mean, it's still going around, but it was particularly prevalent during the peak of the gold pumping years. So Bill Still's this guy who came out with this documentary a long time ago called Money Masters. Probably you've heard of Money Masters. And people would always ask me, well, what do you think about Money Masters? Have you seen Money Masters? And I'm like, I waste my time with this dog shit, Money Masters. It's like, I already know it's bullshit just by the title. Okay. So finally, I finally took a look at it a few years ago, and I just wanted to kind of tell you about Bill Still and this Money Masters. So the Money Masters is a documentary, basically supposedly explains the history of money and where it began, how it started, and it talks about this, it talks about that. And actually, I did a couple of videos on this guy several years ago, and I looked at him on the site, and I had to, I can't post him. I have to censor it because I can't say a certain word, right? He doesn't say that word, but of course I'm saying, why aren't you saying the word? I mean, you're talking about these guys. I mean, why don't you tell us, kind of their background, this and that, right? But anyway, my point is this. So here's the documentary. It's 3.5 hours. That's why I've never watched this fucking load of shit. And so I guess it's produced by somebody else, Patrick Carmack, and narrated by Bill Still. And so if you don't know Bill Still, the last name, notice the last name if you can't figure it out. Mr. Still is he's also related to all these other guys I've been talking about, by the way. The name is a giveaway if you don't know that. So here's a video here. And now apparently I think something happened to his channel. I think he rebooted it a couple of years ago. But let's listen to this. Now, I'm not sure, some of you probably know, isn't this Flynn guy? Isn't he like some rogue fucking, he's like going on these fucking speaking tours with these pro-Trump lunatics and just kind of going off the rails just to make money. I think he's become the scam artist. It's the same guy I'm thinking about. Anyway.
Obama in 2012. After 2 years at DIA, Flynn retired from the military after 31 years of meritorious service. I am positive that none of what you are about to hear
Jesus, I mean, he should be in a scary movie.
Could possibly have happened with General Flynn at the helm of DIA. For the entire month of July, Cerule is offering only to my listeners an unbelievable BOGO offer on not only Stem Enhance Ultra, but its 2 companion products, Cyactive and Plasma Flow. BOGO, of course, means buy one, get one free. These 3 products work synergistically to reverse the signs of aging. Stem Enhance.
So maybe some of you remember, recently I said, look, people that are selling these supplements, these nutritional supplements, are fucking scammers, okay? All of them. The whole supplements industry is a complete fucking fraud. And if you look at the people selling it, they're fucking scammers. All of them. And this has been going on for years. I mean, the kingpin is Alex Jones, Mike Adams, Joe Rogan, okay? But people that, no, they work. No, they work. No, they fucking don't. I got degrees in fucking biochemistry. What are you talking about? Fucking taught biochemistry. I knew this shit a long time ago. It's a bunch of horse shit. Okay? You're talking 5%. 5% of the stuff is effective. And most of those are vitamins. But most people don't even need vitamins. Okay? Oh, there's a deficiency. Everyone has a vitamin D deficiency. That's all a load of horse shit, folks. A lot of disinformation out there. This is a perfect industry for charlatans because it doesn't fall under the regulatory guidelines of the FDA. So you can basically claim anything you want as long as you claim it, as long as you don't claim that it treats or prevents or cures a disease. So what do? Oh, this promotes healthy immune system. It promotes liver health, kidney health, you see, which implies to people that it's kind of like a medicine, you see. So that's an obvious sign. People that are selling nutritional supplements are absolute scam artists, disinformation fucking frauds. And typically you'll see these guys in the so-called alternative media pushing like Bigfoot conspiracies and alien invasions and shit like that. Okay? Because there's a whole crowd of fucking deranged people that just focus their lives on this shit. You know, fake moon landing and flat earth. Okay? That's people selling nutritional supplements are fucking scammers. Write that down. Okay. And you can see it here with Bill Still. So I wanted to show you that. So also just mention before we get in more to Bill Still and his money masters, I want to mention there's another guy. This is a guy who wrote this book, Creature from Jekyll Island. Okay, yeah. Probably a lot of you have heard of him. He's a fraud. Okay. And you know, this is a guy, he makes the rounds in the conspiracy crap, gold pumping, but he actually plagiarized his book from Eustace Mullins and he whitewashed it. How did he whitewash it? Well, he didn't really identify the cabal. You understand? He whitewashed it all. And he's a fraud. He sells like, you know, he claimed like cancer can be cured from like vitamins or something. Of course, he was selling his nutritional shit as well. Absolute fucking fraud. Okay, just to tell you that. And you got a lot of people that follow this guy. This guy, Griffin, and Still to some extent, these guys are like the kingpins of the conspiratorial nutcases, the gold pumpers, the conspiracy people. You understand, okay? And these people, they overlap with people like Ron Paul, Peter Schiff, these libertarian people. You see, fucking scammers. So you can see the Still report, and he only has videos back from a couple of years ago, it looks like. So I guess either something happened to his channel. I don't know. Because he had a lot more, I'm sure he had a lot more followers than that. But, you know, this guy, he's kind of fallen off. You know, he's not even relevant in the conspiracy scene anymore. And so I just wanted to mention him. Let me show you, by the way, I've got one more thing on him. He was also pumping cryptocurrencies. You know, it's what you get with all these guys. They get attention in something, and then, you know, once they have their cult, all of a sudden they're experts in everything because they've got their stupid people that believe them. This happens with everybody. I saw it with Peter Schiff 15 years ago. People believed this guy, thought he was a sage, didn't realize he's a fucking investment disaster. And so Peter Schiff wants to talk about this and talk about, you know, so all of a sudden he's an expert in everything. Okay, when he's an expert in nothing. Right? Same thing with this guy. Folks, they got the crew. They're going to pitch. Kevin's doing it every day. He's got his cult. All he needs to do is keep focusing on horse shit to sell people. Because he's got the audience. You understand? So here's Bill Still's cryptocurrency he recommends.
Shit. A few days ago, I got a call from a guy on the development team of the latest in open source cryptocurrencies. It's called the Quark. Many of these guys worked on Bitcoin development and now, 4 years later, see the flaws and want to fix them and fix it so that it's more available in the public interest. They convinced me and I bought in.
Ultra kill. Unstoppable. Dominating. Killing spree.
I've thought this over for the last few days. Does this news story make me more like a pump and dump stock picker by doing a positive report on something I now personally own, Quark? But the other side is if I don't treat this like a news item, they convinced me and I bought in. It's just like playing an old penny stock, but one that has a much better chance of following Bitcoin's path upwards. In just the last few days, Quark has seen its price rise by 1,000%.
There you have it, folks. These guys are all frauds. It's so predictable. It's so important to be able to spot a con artist, a scam artist, a person that's just, if you can spot them, you can save yourself a lot of money, a lot of hassle, and you can perhaps spot the whole gang. They hang out together, okay?
So while we're on the topic of crypto, if you're looking for a place to buy, sell, track, or trade both crypto and NFTs all in one place with fees that are up to 85% lower than the top competitors, then FTX US is there to help. They're trusted by millions of users, and what I like the most about them is that they allow you to set up an automatic recurring buy so that you can dollar cost average into the markets on a regular basis. So if you're interested, the link is down below in the description with the code GRAHAM, and you could get all the way up to $100 for signing up depending on how much you trade.